Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all glory and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Those are the only and original names of the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son. Yahweh means He is, He exists. Yahweh Shah means He delivers and He saves. Rakakadash is the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostles out of Great Millstone who taught us this 100% truth of the Holy Bible through the Spirit of Yahweh Shah. And these men were regenerated back in the latter times, together in the hopeful elect, out of the nation of Israel, that only consists of the so-called Negroes, the so-called Latinos, and the so-called Native Americans off of your father bloodlines. Shalom out there to the brothers that teach, preach, and prophesy through the Spirit of Yahweh Shah. And shalom out there to the brothers and sisters that scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. That's part of this 100% ministry. May the Lord continue to add peace upon you. This is Amna wa Allah coming back at you again on another street ministry, on another beautiful Sunday morning, okay? Prophesying the downfall of this wicked kingdom, okay? Because, see, we were sent out plenty of times, many a times, all right, to prophesy against the kingdoms that the Lord set up for only a short time period, all right? And we're going to prophesy your destruction. We're going to prophesy your doom. We're going to prophesy your annihilation. We're going to prophesy everything against this wicked kingdom that we're in right now. And that's Babylon the Great. That's America. Let's go ahead and get straight to it, man. We don't got time to be playing with them. Let's go to Psalms 94. Psalms 94. And let's start at verse, let's go to verse 16. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers? Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? Okay? Let's read that again. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers? Okay? Who's going to rise up for the Lord? All right? Who's going to rise up for the Lord in this time period right now, in this captivity right now, against all the sinfulness, okay? All the folly, all the wickedness that's going on here in America and throughout the earth. Who's gonna stand up for the Lord? Okay? Who's gonna be his sidekick? Who's gonna be the men? All right? That's gonna follow in suit. All right? Speaking of the so-called Hebrew Israelites. And out of the Hebrew Israelites, there's a remnant. And that remnant is going to consist nothing of men that's going to come out here and teach, preach, and prophesy daily throughout the time period that they're right now on earth. Because we back. And we speaking of the prophets of old. We're back on earth. And we're going to prophesy this wicked kingdom's downfall, irregardless of who likes it or not. It doesn't matter if we come bringing the same scriptures. It doesn't matter. Because each time we bring these same scriptures, as they would say, we bring out something different with it. But it's still under the same umbrella. America is going to fall. Okay? And it's not going to rise back up. It's not going to be no golden age. It's not going to be anything other than on a decline of what's going on right now. Don't let this devil fool you. Don't let these other wicked Israelites fool you to let you know or tell you that the Lord is going to wait all these years and decades before he come back. Shorty, we on our last leg, man. We on our last leg. When I say we speaking of the whole earth itself, okay? And before the transition of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, his kingdom comes upon the earth. You understand? Let's read that again. The book of Psalms, chapter 94, verse 16. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers? Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquities? Okay, now watch this. There's a spirit, right? There's a spirit that's on, or that's steady dwelling inside the earth, but especially upon America. All right? And that wicked spirit consists of all the other spirits that the Lord created of wickedness. And all of them dwelled in the land of America. And this is why the Lord is going to destroy this land. Babylon is called, it's confusion. That's what Babylon means. We're in the land of confusion. All right? So when it's telling you who's going to stand up against the workers of iniquity, who's working sinful acts out here. all right, that's planted upon our people. That's Esau Edom. He has no respect for the Lord Almighty, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. He doesn't have no respect for himself. He has no respect for the Israelites at all, any other nation out here. You watching the news. You seeing what's happening. You seeing that all these other nations are going to end up hating the whore. Who is the whore? America. That the book of Revelation speaks of. You see what's happening. These are prophecies that are being fulfilled. And we already know that we're waiting on a real major prophecy. And that's Revelation 13:16 to actually be implemented and mandatory throughout the earth. But all these other prophecies are lining up and doing as what it say, this too shall come to pass. So we watching this thing and we eating that popcorn. We in sackcloth and mourning as well. We ain't out here partying. We ain't out here playing these games. We're going to give you what thus saith the Lord, whether you like it or not. And we're going to prophesy the downfall of this kingdom, whether you like it or not, because it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And it's going to happen very soon. Well, brother, y'all been speaking that way back in 2000. Y'all been speaking that before 2000. But guess what? That was your stumbling block. Okay? The Lord, listen, the Lord don't move on your time. You don't tell the Lord what to do. Okay? You ain't create yourself. He know, he's seeing what's going on down here. We tired. But guess what? You still got to understand this too. The reason why we in captivity, and we're speaking of the so-called Negroes, the so-called Latinos, and the so-called Native Americans, Salakia. You know why we in captivity? Because we went against the Lord's commandments. This is why we're so tired. This is why we're under this oppression that this devil and all the other nations has got us under. That oppression. You're tired. You're tired of going to work. You're tired of dealing with this. Matter of fact, to be honest with you, and I'm speaking personally, I'm tired of seeing the folly. You be like, damn, brother, you think you all that? No, I don't think any of that. I just know that, listen, we repented. Okay? We came up out of our wicked ways. Okay? The Lord put a spirit upon us that when we walk out here throughout the days and we see all this foolishness, it's gonna make bubbles in our stomach. Because we don't like it. The Lord hates it. So whatever the Lord hates, we gonna hate. That's how simple that thing is. So yeah, we tired. We tired too. But we got to keep pressing on. We got to keep pressing on until he cracked that sky. It ain't no giving up on this. Okay? It ain't no giving up on this. Because if you turn your back on this truth and you've been given and delivered the truth, the Lord gonna mess you up, man. And we speaking of the Israelites because only Israelites can receive that type of salvation. The Lord gonna mess you up, man. You better endure. It doesn't matter that it might last another 6 months, another 3 months, another year, another 5, another 6. I ain't going no higher than that. You call it what you want to call it. It doesn't matter. We're going to have to endure. Because in this time period right now, you ain't seen nothing yet. Remember, this man that's in office right now, listen. He just got there. He just got there. Look what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? And that's through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. No, we're not saying that the Lord is dealing with him on that level of coming to a full repentance or anything like that. No, Esau can't get that. We're speaking of the fact that this is Yahushua and Yahweh's book that they put together. So he's going to same way he did with Pharaoh. Same way he did with Pharaoh. Okay? He hardened his heart to go against. Now, what the Lord doing with Trump? He's making his heart do what he needs to do. The usher in Jacob's trouble all the way. Okay? The usher in World War III. The usher in this chip. Revelation 13. We don't actually know if it's going to happen in this time period of his particular time or these 4 years. But you got to understand this right here. If he has that boy in office with him, and we're speaking of Elon, And we already know what he's about. 48 months, man. 48 months. You don't think this cracker can do this? You don't think the Lord allowed to set him up to even do that? Why would the Lord even have Elon Musk to be in his administration at this time period? Let me keep reading, man. Let me keep reading. This is Psalms 94, verse 16. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers? Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? Okay? Who's going to stand up for him? Who's going to teach our people the truth on this? Who's going to use the unicorn the way it needs to be used to spit out the gospel, the 100% truth? That's us. That's the prophets of doom. Those men. All right? We're going to prophesy against this wicked nation as well as we've done with all the other nations before, or the other kingdoms before that came before Esau's rulership. Did they not fall? Was they not annihilated? Did not the Lord take them off of the map dealing with their rulership and ushering in another rulership? It's all through the scriptures of who he's going to have set up during the time period. You can read that in the book of Daniel. You see, Christianity church ain't going to tell you this. Them niggas in that church ain't going to tell you the truth. They're not going to give you the truth for this Bible. They're not going to break these scriptures down to where they're supposed to be broken down because they don't want to take heed. Those wicked shepherds. You got them inside the Israelite camps as well. So you got to be careful who you listen to, who you come amongst, okay? Who you subscribe to. Because a lot of brothers out here teaching false doctrine. And that's coming from the Israelite camp. All that dead, and these niggas know they Israelites. And guess what? They know that they came up under one vine, one tree. They know that. They know that. They know the real names of the Lord is Yahweh and Yahweh Shah. They know that. They know that the Sabbath it doesn't fall on Fridays and Saturdays all the time. They know that. They know everything that was taught to them. They decided to branch off. We done went through this before. We're going to keep going through it. They know they wicked. And the Lord going to deal with them. You see, who's going to stand up for me against the evildoers? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Who's going to stand up? Okay? Who's going to rise up for the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah? That's what we're doing right now. And guess what? That's what we're going to continue to do. Let's go to Jeremiah. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 28. Because I don't think they fully understand, Pete. I don't really think they understand. I don't think they understand the essence of this. The core. Okay? The root. I don't think they understand. We keep giving this to them over and over and over. But that's our job. And we don't mind doing it. Until he sends the famine of the word. When the Lord decides that he's going to allow Esau, right, to close the YouTube or shut us down. When we can't give out the message of the true Father. But guess what? That's the way the Lord set that thing up to be. Because that's the great spirit. That's the time period for all of y'all to get yourselves together. The Lord is a merciful God, man. He's a merciful power, man. Okay? It's you wicked niggas that don't want to follow in pursuit to the truth. That's what got him angry. That's what got him mad. That's why he hates America. That's why he's going to destroy 2/3 of our own people. Right here on earth. Let them come back and do whenever the time permits for them to come back on earth through our loins. And we're speaking of the hopeful elect. You see? The same way the devil, it's this time period now for them devils to show their horns. But guess what? We're going to come 100% more. Full of fire. Right? Through the YouTube, through wherever we have to deliver the message to. That's how we going to come to. We don't got no horns on us. It's just speaking through our mouths, our vessel. Through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Jeremiah 28. Let's start at verse 7. Nevertheless, Hear thou now this word that I speak in thy ears, and in the ears of all the people, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war, of evil, and of pestilence. Man, this is one of the most self-explanatory verses in the Bible as well. The prophets of old, okay, same way it is right now, Jeremiah is speaking about. And the same way it is right now, that Allah is speaking about right now, have prophesied against many kingdoms, against many countries, of their evil, of pestilence, of destruction. So if the Lord has set that thing up, when he made this master plan, right? What makes you think that it's not happening right now, 2025? Well, I'm going to speak of my area, Miami, Florida. You don't think the prophets are back? You don't think that the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua had put it in the spirit for them boy to come up in their parents, they come in, and to be released on earth in this time period right now, to go ahead and deliver this 100% doctrine, this 100% ministry to the people? You don't believe that? And that's fine. We're going to do it whether you bear or forbear. We're going to believe what the scriptures say. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesy both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. You see that? We're going to prophesy against this wicked kingdom that they call America. In the Bible, you're Babylon the Great. You're the great whore. The rulership, the nationality, the ethnicity that's ruling is Esau Edom. He's the border of wickedness. The Lord hates him. You can't get mad at us because we're giving you what thus saith the Lord in these scriptures. And the Lord said he hate Esau and he loved Jacob. And Esau, as we done told you millions of times, is the so-called white man on this earth. And we done told you millions of times, right, that this devil changed the names so that in this latter time period right now, when we read these scriptures, we wouldn't know who's who. Therefore, that way, not therefore, that way, that when they come with our book, okay? When they come with our book, when it's time to gather us up and put us in captivity, when they come with our book, they're going to manipulate our book, right? They're going to manipulate it. And they're going to show, right, that as if they're the children of Israel. Just like how them bastards do right there in South Beach, that whole A1A all the way up to DC. Okay? Got the whole America thinking, okay, that remember, they're in New York too, but I'm speaking like that for a reason when I say all the way up 95. They got the whole United States, right? And all these other nations that's abroad believing that there are the children of the Lord. But I'm going to tell you something. As if you already didn't know. Why would, okay, watch this. When you go to the Middle East, right? That's what they call it now. When you go over there, right? All the surrounding nations, countries, ethnicities around Jerusalem, Israel, are Arabic. Ishmael. In the Bible, they call it Ishmael. Okay? Muslim, Islam. But then you got these devils, right? That's sitting in the midst of them. You don't understand that the Ishmaelites, all the Arabs, they know that this devil that's in our land right now, calling themselves Jew, they say Jewish. Do you not know that those people understand and know that they're not the real people? And this is why the chaos has been going on over there for years, decades. You see, they know that the real children of Israel are scattered abroad, but the real tribe, when I say the real tribe, meaning the biggest tribe, the tribe that Yahweh came out of, is in America. The Negroes. They know that. So what's happening is that they're understanding these scriptures just as what the Ishmaelites and so as well as the Edomites, the so-called white man. They're starting to understand these scriptures in a form where they're knowing that the so-called white man, the Lord hates, and the Lord is going to destroy. Now, when you sit and you watch certain things, you hear certain things, you know what I'm saying, and you chime in on certain things, right? Dealing with that Arabic community. And you will only do that for edification now. Okay, because we don't give a damn about them either. Okay? You will see that they're understanding that the Israelites that's over here, the prophets that's over here, we don't have to use violence against this devil. We don't have to do none of that. They understand that we are out here teaching, preaching, and prophesying because guess what? They also see that we're in all the lands that the Lord permits for us going out here and teach, preach, and prophesy abroad outside of America as well. So they know. They understand. Listen, they're our enemy too. But they're not the enemy like Esau Edom is. They don't even like the Islamic community. We speaking of the Esau Edom, the so-called white man. They don't even like them. Okay? So the what's going on is that these nations are starting to see that America ain't shit. And the scriptures speak about that all these nations are going to hate the whore. See, these are prophecies that are lining up. This is what we prophesy, we come out here and do. This is what we giving our bodies up as a living sacrifice for our Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah. To come out here and teach, preach, and prophesy to our people and to all these other nations to let them know that America is not going to stand forever. That there's going to be a transition of power that's going to come on earth soon. And these devils out here, they hate that. They hate that. They hate that we can sit up here and do this the way that we do it. And we do it so calm and collect. We do it so calm and collect. As I stated before, okay, I might get riled up to a certain extent, might get loud, okay? Might get loud, and I'm saying that for a reason. Those that understand and chime in, that know what I'm talking about. Because we had some things on the comment board, but it's all good, it's all love. It's all love. Okay? I'm going to get loud. Because he said, lift your voice up as a trumpet. And I'm going to speak what thus saith the Lord. Whether you like it or not. You see? These things that's being prophesied in the earth right now, okay? These devils don't like that we are out here teaching that thing and it's manifested. All right? They don't like that. And because they don't like that, they setting up all these decrees. They setting up all these laws. You got a lot of our people, okay, that ride through here with boats. Okay? They ride here and do that. You know, and we understand that their pockets are okay to a certain degree. Okay, our pockets are okay too. Listen. When I say our pockets, I'm not speaking. We don't chase money like that. But the Lord said He'll never forsake us. And guess what? The Lord said we always gonna eat. Okay. We don't have to subject ourselves to the ways of this world. But the point I'm making, dealing with them cruising past and stuff like that, they're not even understanding what Trump is setting forth to do. They think it's all gravy. And then you got to understand this too. You got a lot of our people. You know, we done spoken this before. You know, I'm in the medical field, right? And I'm understanding, and I listen a lot. Okay, I can get on the mic and speak. But when I'm out elsewhere, I'm listening a lot. Because I'm watching everything and I'm hearing everything. But I'm still doing what I'm supposed to do. Right? They speak on how the Haitians, which are the Levites, and some of these other tribes are being deported out of here. They don't speak with a form of compassion and sympathy. Okay, it's cool. And we're not going to speak on a so-called compassion and sympathy because we are understanding why the Lord is setting this devil up to do the deportation the way He's doing it. He's the beginning of Jacob's trouble, at full scale. But at the end of the day, those still our people. No, we're not going to pray for the wicked, okay, of our people. We're not going to do all of that. But the people that's sitting up there that's really going against them without using scripture. See, that's the point. First of all, not even repenting and coming to the 100% truth and using the scriptures to validate why you feel this way or why you speak this way. They don't even understand that. So you got these wicked niggas, right? Speak so badly against the Haitian community, against the Latino community. If you say something to them or anything about that on a sneak tip, they're not even going to understand or accept that, yo, those are your people. You see? You're not even understanding that. And you're also not understanding that once that part right there gets fulfilled, where they're going to do what they're going to do, but then the northern kingdom is going to end up uniting with us. But once all of that is being taken care of, right? Watch this. Then they're going to realize that those were our people, but it's going to be too late. It's going to be too late. The Lord is already going to have Esau, Edom, to do what He's going to do to implement Revelation 13. And that grace period, it's going to be over. It's going to be over. So when people say things and do things on the mic or just regular, and they're not understanding what they're saying. They're not understanding what they're believing. And the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries, against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. Donald Trump said, you're playing with World War III. He put that on live TV. You see? It's inevitable. It's going to happen. He knows it's going to happen. Deep down in his spirit, the Lord had already put on Pharaoh, all right, to understand this. Now we know who he really is, okay? But I'm using the word Pharaoh to let you know how it started at the beginning when we was in Egypt. How he had a little heart in his heart, or it made him believe this and do this and do that. Well, that's the same way at Trump. In his spirit, he knows. But in his mind, his regular flesh mind, he's not going to really boom, boom, boom because of the fact that he's being controlled by his flesh. But yet, his flesh is being controlled by the Spirit of the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah, that you're going to do accordingly to the will that I set out from the beginning. Let's go to the book of Isaiah, man. Let's go to Isaiah. Let's go to Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 30. I'm going to start right there, though. No. Before I start right there, let's go to verse 20. This is Isaiah chapter 30, verse 20. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thy eyes shall see thy teachers. You see that? The Lord letting you know that the prophets of doom, okay? The prophets of destruction, the prophets of annihilation of a particular kingdom, we're not going to be pushed in a corner no more. Meaning, you're in this time period, this season that he has us out here, these years, these decades, you're going to see us. You're going to be able to come up and ask us questions. And we're going to give you what thus saith the Lord through the scripture. It's not going to be a Christianity format where you come to church, that particular building, right? You got all these, you got the order of whatever, how it's going to play out that day. You know how you get a pamphlet. Okay, when you walk into church, they pass you that, and they give you how it's going to line up. You know, you've been in a funeral too, so you know how they give you that. Okay. You're not going to be able to stand up and ask the pastor a question or the deacon a question. You're not going to be able to do that. And when the service is over, all he's going to do if you don't walk on back to the back, he's going to come to the front of the door. He's going to greet everybody's hand. Right? We know how Christianity church is. Stop acting like y'all don't know. All right? Stop acting like y'all don't know. They're going to stand at the door. And when they stand at the door, people are walking past, is lined up. They want to shake the pastor's hand as if he's anointed. As if he's the true shepherd. As if he's teaching his people the truth about what's going on and the verses and the scriptures of the Bible. As if he's letting his people know that they're the real Jews. These wicked pastors, man, the Lord is going to destroy them. The Lord is going to destroy them, man. So when they walk up, right, you're shaking their hand, but it's only a 1 or 2 sentence conversation. He's not trying to hear really what you're trying to say. Don't come up there and ask him no question. Because remember, he got other people lined up. So what you going to do? Wait till the last person come? Knock it off, man. He says, let's read this again, Isaiah chapter 30. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 20. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity, right? And the water of affliction. That's what the Lord is going to give us. Because they don't like us. But we got the 100% truth. We got the pure doctrine. You can't fade us, man. You can't knock us off our square, man. You can't get us out of our element. You can't do that. Because we got the truth. It doesn't matter how you come up. And I'm learning this as well. Because remember, as I spoke to those that chime in, that know me, in that essence of watching the videos and watching what the Lord has placed upon me to spit out to the sheep. I've already told you I had an anger issue all back in the day when I was in the world. It wasn't even really an anger issue. It was the part that where don't bother me and I won't bother you. I wasn't going out there starting no trouble or anything like that. No, I'm quiet until you rile me up. And then back then I just didn't know when to stop because you did that. Then I'm gonna go ahead and finish it out. That's the mentality I had. You ain't gonna win on me. And we speaking of street stuff. We speaking of anything. Okay? But see, the Lord had put that truth, okay, that I've been searching, regardless of what I've been going through, I've been searching since the youth for the truth. And when it came upon me, the Lord, as he's doing today, as he's doing every day, he's peeling off that old me. Okay? He's not going to see you out here in the public if you don't know how to conduct yourself. Okay? He's not going to do that. Read this again before we go further. Isaiah chapter 30. Salakia. Verse 20. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers. Okay? And thy ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, this is the way, walk ye in it, when ye turn to the right hand and ye turn to the left. So stop. The Lord is going to put it in our spirit, right? To go ahead and teach what he's given out. What thus saith the Lord in these scriptures, in this Bible, to the sheep. So when you come across it and you hear it, hey, don't take it for granted. Don't look at us as if you don't understand why we out here doing what we're doing. We're going to answer you. We're going to tell you why. We're going to show you why. You see, we're not in a corner no more where you shutting us up. Where if we watch it, where if we teaching this thing and we slaves, right? We speaking of the time period before Abraham Lincoln did what he did through the spirit of Yahweh. Not saying that the Lord is dealing with him, but the Lord still does what he does when he spoke on that. Listen. When we up here being slaves, you don't think that there was a remnant or a group? Remember, we would have spoken this before that those that was calling Yahweh and Yahweh Shah names, whatever like that, and standing firm. This is who the Lord. This is who the Lord allowed Esau to go ahead on and do what he was going to do to him and set as an example. Because a lot of our real leaders that knew the truth, that was amongst the community, the people, as we was getting on the slave ships, and even once we got over here, what the cracker did was went on and grabbed those and made an example out of them. Okay, so you have to understand that even when we was back then teaching the 100% ministry, these people came against us and they took us off the map. So he's telling you that we're not going to be pushing any corners no more. You're not going to kill us. You're not going to push us to the side like that. And when you do come with the YouTube and all the other streamlines that we're teaching and preaching and prophesying on, and you decided you feel as though you're going to shut us down because we're speaking anti-Semitic or anything of that nature, listen, that means, again, the grace period is over. The word of the Lord has already been sent out, and those that are part of the hopeful elect is going to already have take heed and repented. You see that? One more time, let's read it. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 20. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers. Okay? The teachers of what? The teachers of this Bible. Everybody can't teach this Bible correctly and properly. That's only for his prophets. The prophets are doomed. That's only for them. Okay? Verse 21. And thy ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, this is the way, walk ye in it, when you turn to the right hand and when you turn to the left. So, we're giving you what thus saith the Lord. When you walk past, when you chime in on a YouTube, we're giving you what thus saith the Lord. You understand? We're letting you know how this land that they call America is going to fall. Okay? People out here partying. I watch certain shows. You got certain niggas, Israelites, that are bowing down to the woman, whether it be an Israelite woman or any other nationality woman. You got these sucker niggas bowing down to this woman, when all through the scriptures tell you about that woman and tell you what not to do. Yeah, I'm married. Yeah, I'm married. I'm married to the woman that the Lord sent me. Okay? But guess what? At the end of the day, she don't tell me what the hell to do. And we're not speaking cocky like that. We speaking some real matters. And she understands that. Okay? You're not going to tell me when to leave the house to do my lessons, to do my one-on-ones inside the camera. You're not going to tell me that you don't need to go in the back of the house, the back of the apartment, whatever like that, when I'm going to do a lesson inside of the house, the park. You're not going to tell me no. The scriptures tell us that when in this latter time right now, we ought to be as though we not have a wife. Yeah, do I give her affection? You doggone right. Do I give her love? You doggone right. Because she's loyal. She's faithful. She understands this truth. I done tried her many times. Okay? But you got these sucker niggas that don't understand that you're the head of the household. You're the man. They can't produce without you. Well, brother, they can't produce without the woman. They're the oven. We put our thing in her. We carrying the seed. Those are our children, not hers. You got these sucker niggas. Salaki. Not understanding that the Lord sent you to be a man to come up under these laws, statutes, and commandments and do what you're supposed to do. But they don't care about the Lord. They hate the Lord. That's why they have no control in their household. You see, we're going to go ahead and prophesy. And see, listen, that mentality that not only was from the old, but it picked up heavily once we was in this captivity right now. These niggas are lazy. They're bums. America has turned our men to be effeminate, soft, weak-minded. This is why we prophesy against this wicked kingdom. The witchcraft that the Lord allowed them to go ahead and possess, to place on the same spirits that the Lord gave from the beginning, that these wicked niggas, these wicked women, was going to be under subjection to Esau's witchcraft and sorcery. The Lord had already designed that to happen. Let's stay in Isaiah. Let's stay in chapter 30. Let's start at verse 8. Now go, write it before them in a table, and note it in a book, that it may be for the time to come forever and ever. So hold on a second before we go further. As we stated before and plenty of times, and we're going to still state it, that a lot of the writings, okay, that the prophets have written from the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah are not only for that time period, if that, they're also for the latter times. Okay? This is where you come in when you speak of future prophecy. Okay? And what matters really the most right now is when Yahweh Shah came on the scene. That's when it started. Once Yahweh Shah came on the scene. So now you look back the time period from then to now. And you go by the scriptures are telling you the hours of the day he coming, the time period. And then when you go back and you understand the prophecies, and the prophecies that has to be fulfilled before he can crack that sky. you're going to understand that the Lord is on his way back. You're going to understand that we're on our last leg, the last foot. You're going to understand that the rulership that's ruling right now, who consists of the ethnicity of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, he knows that his time is short now. He understands that. This is why what Trump said, what he said, he's going to sign over 100, 200 executive orders the first day, the second day that he's in office. Why? Because he has to set the stage. Whether he's president in the next term, which probably you can't because if you learn the laws and stuff like that, he's going to make it where that in 2029, if the Lord don't come back before then, right? If the Lord don't put it in the spirit for him to do what he need to do, so all these things can speed up and happen, he's going to make it where the vice president is going to be president. It's no more democracy. Salakia, hold on. It's no more democracy that's going to be happening. You see, even with our people, with this so-called boycott that's going on right now, okay? Why? First of all, what difference it make if you boycott that or not? Because watch this. You got it when you look at what they got set up, right? See, this is the vain mindset of our people. This is the vain mindset of our people. That you're going to destroy Esau yourself, or you're going to make Esau feel some type of way. You see, or the fact that you're trying to be equal in this captivity with Esau, the so-called white man. See, this is the delusional mindset that the Lord gave our people. So when you look at that paperwork that they presented, and they tell us that certain days you shouldn't shop at Amazon, right? Certain days you shouldn't shop at so forth, right? Watch this. The days that you're saying that you're not going to shop at Amazon, those are them same days you're going to shop at Walmart, that you put on Target, that you put on another day not to shop at. What are you doing? Either way, those companies are set up by Esau Edom. So the revenue is not gonna drop any form because of the fact that, okay, if you're not buying here at Amazon, you're gonna buy at Walmart or Target or any of these other places you decided that you can buy on in that particular week. Our people don't have any sense, man. The book of Isaiah chapter 30. Let's go ahead and read verse 8 again. So I go ahead to verse 9. Our people don't have a real form of common sense. They're doing everything backwards. They're mad because the fact that this damn woman wasn't president, didn't receive president. Then they want to blame the so-called black man for not voting this hoe in. First of all, she ain't even us. Second of all, she don't even give a damn about the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American. You niggas looking at the complexion, the skin color. You don't even have a clue of what these scriptures are actually telling you, that Israelites come as a speckled bird. They could be of any nationality, but that damn woman is not an Israelite. You sit up here and you call the Hebrew Israelites, those that are woken, that know the truth, okay? And we come out here and teach you that we're speaking hatred. But yet, if a so-called white man and a so-called woman or so-called man, because Obama wasn't us either, that look like us, you're not going to vote for that devil. You're going to go ahead and vote for them that look like us. That's not using racist tactics. Get the fuck out of here, man. See, this is where we're trying not to be at, where we're getting to a form where we're coming like that. But it's okay to rant. It's okay to be angry. Long as you don't sin when you're doing it. Long as you don't spit blasphemy against the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Okay? Other than that, man, the hell with everybody else, man. The hell with they think. These some wicked, stupid niggas out here. Selfish-minded Negroes. Latinos and natives as well. You sit up here and blame us or speak on us negative because we're out here saying this and saying this, doing this, doing this. You call us hate. But just you stupid Negroes, when time for election time comes, if it's a so-called black man, a so-called white black woman that's running for presidency, regardless of what their credentials are, they could be killers. They could be rapists. You're going to vote for them over the so-called white man. We don't give a damn about the devil neither. But think of the mindset you on. Leave us the hell alone, man, and get this wrath that the Lord is going to give you. And we speaking of you so-called Israelites, man. No, ain't no so-called. We speaking of you Israelites, because that's what you are. You so-called Negroes. You so-called Africans. And I ain't talking about Hamites. I'm talking about you wicked Negroes that's calling yourself African American. This shit's ridiculous, man. Book of Isaiah chapter 30. Now go, write it before them in a table, and note it in a book, that it may be for the time to come forever and ever. That this is a rebellious people, lying children, children that would not hear the law of the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. He's speaking of you wicked niggas, man. You natives and you so-called Latinos. This is who he's speaking to. You are rebellious people, man. Will say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things. Speak unto us smooth things. Prophesy deceits. This is why you don't like us. This is why you say the things you say. This is why you go ahead on and belly up, shake hands, join hands with the oppressor, with the enemy. Because you want us, the prophets of doom, to prophesy to you smooth things, nice things, things that's going to make your booty twinkle. Listen, man, we ain't playing with y'all. We going to give you what thus saith the Lord, whether you like it or not. We're not going to speak to you nothing that these scriptures don't speak on. The Lord called you a rebellious people, lying people, stiff-necked people, wicked people, adulterizing people, idolatry people. People that don't want to respect the men of the Lord and the spirit, the man that sent them on the earth, back on the earth, to gather you in. So you can have a peace of mind. Your mental state will be apart. You don't like that. You don't want that. You want us to tell you that the earth is going to last another, no, the rulership of America is going to last another 1,000 years. So you can go ahead and continue your folliness and your wickedness. You can continue to be a whore and a whoremonger. You can continue to fornicate against the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. You can continue to be an adulterer. You can continue to be a thief. You can continue to be a liar. That's what you want. You can continue to smoke the weed and get high. You can continue to drink to get drunk. Using the things of the earth in the bad way. That's what you want to do. You want to continue to go against us. That's going to give you what thus saith the Lord. That's going to try to better you. Out here in society, dealing with your health as well. We got the remedies. We can tell you what thus saith the Lord, how to conduct things, do things, so your health can be okay. But you don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear that. And this is why we come out here week in and week out, day in and day out, hour by hour, to teach the 100% truth, the 100% ministry to the people, to the world. So guess what? Your blood ain't going to be on us when he cracked that sky. Okay? We're going to rebuke you, and we're going to prophesy against this wicked kingdom, Babylon the Great. They don't even realize their ticket has already been punched. They almost out of here, man. They almost out of here. All you got to do, if you're a true believer, is to continue to have faith. Continue to press on. It ain't get full scale yet with Jacob's trouble, but it's going to hit. It's going to hit, and it's going to hit hard. But watch this. Those that love the Lord, those that the Lord had handpicked out here from the beginning of the time period, we're not going to suffer like that. These pestilences, these curses, these situations are not meant for us. They're meant for the wicked Israelites, okay, and these wicked other nationalities. That's what they meant for. So if you get caught up in it, that's all on you. And that's how the Lord designed it for it to happen for you. And even if you do get caught up, you get into a situation dealing with Esau Edom, and you get presented to be a martyr or get put in a FEMA camp, so what? So what? So what? We know why you about to die. You know why you about to die, but you ain't really dead. You ain't really gonna die. We know why the Lord put you in these predicaments, these situations. You don't know why you got to have to go into these certain places or in these places. It could be some still elect that's still in there that you have to bring out through the Spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. But understand that there's a reward for all of this. Okay? There's a crown that the Lord is going to give you. There is life after this. You see? When the Lord is speaking inside the prayers where our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. What? Thy kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. That means the kingdom of heaven is going to be on earth. Okay? And who's going to rule that kingdom that's going to be on earth next? Yahweh Shah. Who's going to be up under him? The 144,000 men of Israel. Okay? And we're going to be, and we're speaking of the Israelites now, all the Israelites. We're going to be at the top of the totem pole. All these other nationalities are going to be slaves to us. We're going to tell them what to do now. We're going to be signing their check. You see? We're not going to have to worry about driving and getting pulled over by this freaking devil. We don't even have to worry about that. We're not going to have to worry about diseases. Okay? We're not going to have to worry about oppression. Okay? We're not going to have to worry about our own people rising up against us. We don't have to worry about locking our doors at night. Man, dang, I bet not drive through that hood because we don't know what's going to happen. We don't have to worry about none of that no more. All we got to do is wait. Continue to have faith. Endure. And understand that there's judgment coming upon this earth. And it's coming upon the people. Let's read that again. This is Isaiah chapter 30. I'm going to read verse 9. And this is a rebellious people, lying children that would not hear the law of the Lord, would say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. Get you out of the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. No, we're not going to do that. We want the wrath to come upon you, you wicked Israelites. And all you other nationalities out here that go against the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. Okay? Because we're going to be out here prophesying against America until the Lord shuts us up. Because we are the prophets of doom. Okay? Let's close out on this. Let's go to Revelations. Let's go to Revelations. Let's go to verse let's start at verse 3. Chapter 18, let's start at verse 3. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. We're speaking of America. Okay? And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. You know, America is the sweet wine, they call it. Okay? Everything revolves around America. The Lord hates America. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye perceive not of her plagues. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquities. Come up out of her. Okay? Stop doing the ways of this world. Stop being wicked. That's basically what he's telling you. Okay? That America was set up not only to place us in captivity of Deuteronomy 28:68, right? But also be the spot where the place where all these other nations are going to hate that nation. Okay? And this particular nation is going to rise up against Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah for the battle of Armageddon. And they're going to draw all these other nations with them to fight against Yahweh Shah. And it's not going to prevail. You see? So all these other nations that go against the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah, the Lord's going to destroy them as well. And whatever remnant he keeps behind on that, that's fine, because they're going to be slaves. And we're going to bring them back to our land. And let them reproduce what they're going to reproduce, their children, because their children are going to be slaves. You see what the Lord's saying? Read that again. No matter of fact, let's go to verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. For her sins have reached unto the heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquities. So the Most High remember what she got going on. We're speaking of America. He remember everything he done to us. She done to us. We are the prophets of doom. And with that being said, I'm going to give all glory and praises to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'Shem, Ruach HaKodesh. Until next time, Shalom.